Welcome to Black and Brown Crowns, the show where beautiful Black and Brown women speak about their career experiences. I'm Cheyenne, your host, and today we'll be speaking with Miss Debbie about how to become a wedding and event planner. Hi, Miss Debbie. How are you doing?
How are you, Cheyenne? I'm good today. It's good talking to you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining me today. If you don't mind, we can just dive right in. So you mentioned that when you get to see your final product out and maybe the bride might be crying or the politician might be like, yes, this is my event. What are other rewarding aspects of your job?
The rewarding thing is that I always feel still professional and satisfied after an event. And it just makes me always want to keep going higher, expanding myself more, looking for the next, place that I can, give my services to people that expect so much more out of me. And the fact that I can deliver makes me feel good about me. Trying to be everything to everybody, I saw a lot of pitfalls along the way. I don't know if other people knew it, but I did for myself. And it was just draining. It was very draining. And now it's, the reward now is that the experience, even with some of those pitfalls and those things I found, I still always wanted to do another one. I always wanted to go like, okay, I want to go up there and get more clients. I have to go advertise. I have to put myself in this place. I have to go through these lists. I still had that, to urge to get to more people, and like to put myself there to do the next best thing. Once you become, more organized and professional in yourself, that's just a satisfying, rewarding feeling.
Was there anything that surprised you about being a wedding planner or an event planner, like working long hours, working on the weekends, working all month? Anything surprise you like that?
The surprising things were that you need some of those surprises so what you know not to do. Okay. And it's like you can get tripped up and you're not compensated for it, you're not rewarded for it, you're not thanked for it. Some of the surprising things were that, people will use you. They will, like, because when you're hungry, people see that you're hungry and they're like, oh, she's hungry. I can tell her anything. But again, that's experience. You learn not to do that.
As COVID has went on and has kind of diminished some of the jobs, obviously every year there's so many people wanting to get married, or there's so many different type of events. This past year we had like the elections. So with COVID happening, everything went left. Like you couldn't have so many people at a wedding. You couldn't have events outside for however long or in enclosed spaces. How has COVID affected wedding planning or event planning like we saw last year?
Tremendously. The venues was kaput. You have to become more creative. I start looking for spaces that I created to make a wedding space for a small wedding that everyone can't be at, but still look festive. The planning still goes on to be the same, but it's not somewhat the same because it's not in person. It's like this. It has affected the cash flow stream because people, they have totally put their wedding off. That someone that was going to have a big wedding is now having a very small wedding, and, because they don't have it. Maybe the couple or one person in the unit has their job, but they still want to get married. They were going to have a destination wedding where everybody can go. Now you can't fly. You can't have a honeymoon. It made like event planners and wedding planners, like the organization I'm in, Association Bridal Consultants is what it's called. we did more Zoom calls to, come up with creative ideas, and we planned for when this is over, how we going to come, you know, with a bang. So it's affected everyone. Yeah, it's affected me tremendously. But I got a client this week that's preparing for July. It's a mid-small wedding, like 75 people. It's an outside wedding now. Most people are going to start to do that. They're changing their dates and things of that nature. It's not destination in terms of like going to an island or something like that. Versus going to be in Pennsylvania in the Poconos. So, it's like a 2 hours as opposed to getting on a plane to go somewhere. Now it's starting to lighten up. It's starting to ease up because people are starting to, they know that they can open up some, so they're starting to have to be creative in the way they do it, which is going to be fun and interesting and creative because, it's like, okay, now instead of just my mom and my dad and two other people, I can have 5 to 75 people, and we're outside and we're spaced out and we're like things like that. So, that's what's starting to happen now. But the COVID has, put a sting in this business. And this is an industry where people want to feel light. They want to feel a little lighter about their life and things. And it's not happening. It couldn't happen during COVID.
For things like this where you have to kind of think at a drop of a dime, or just viewing your career this far, the past how many of years that you've been working, what is some advice that you would give to whether a young teen watching this video or maybe somebody who's in a career and wants to switch careers? What is some advice that you would give to them?
I would say, follow your passion and stay professional with it. And that's if you're doing this and everything else. If follow your passion and start off professional, and you can always have it. Because if you do that and study it, learn from somebody like me, then you don't have to make as many mistakes, and you can still be professional, creative. Some people say nice, and the marketing and all that, the way everybody markets now, keep yourself professional, even with a twist, but professional, uh, especially in a creative field. Creative and professional is like, that's something that you have to think about because it gives a pop, and people notice it when they see it because it's called poise, it's called class, it's called eclectic, and those things like that make you stand out. And if you want to go into this field, those things make you stand out. And follow your passion, even if you're doing something else, but always follow your passion because it's going to come back it's going to come back to you anyway.
Where can viewers find more information about being a wedding planner or an event planner?
Temple University in Philadelphia and in DC area, Maryland area, um, have like they have what do you call those elective courses, like it in the wedding and event planning, and you can pay for them out of pocket, and some of them they might have some kind of grants for them.
Yeah.
And
Where can
getting with
viewers find more
organizations
information
like
about being a
Association of
wedding planner
Bridal
or an event
Consultants,
planner?
and it's another association of fundraising professionals. Like look into those organizations and find a way to get in, and then you meet some of the higher end people that have done this for years, and they can give you maybe point you in the right direction. But I say going through the organizations, and if you first, and then seeing what if this is something for you. And then once you do that, and then you decide that you might need a course or something like that in it, just to make yourself, professional, certified, believable, you go take a course, you invest in yourself.
Is there anything that you wish you knew before that you know now? about being a wedding planner or being an event planner?
Professionalism, just how to put boundaries up. Yeah, boundaries and professionalism in terms of how much to give and how much not to give. Yeah, all at once. Yeah, but like I said, I count it all as experience now. But if I had known those things, if I had known to look deeper into an organization, I wish I had some of the resources you all have now. I stepped in foot and you know, all excited and happy and willing and eager, and I did all that, and it created a name for me, but it also I got some knocks and bruises on the way, but but I'm still glad I'm doing it. I still want to do it every day.
With event and wedding planning, I don't really see many Black and brown women in those industries, unless it's like on TV, but there's rarely ever so many Black or brown women that does it. Is this a career field that you would like to see more Black and brown women in, or is it already there?
Thank you for that question. Of course, because you know what the deal is? We are a creative people, okay? Black people. We are creative uh, people naturally. And I think we don't get credit for the professionalism. So if we can take ourselves to the professionalism that we need to with our creativity, then you can see yourself in this and you can be successful, very successful. You are giving people an experience, okay? Because your whole life isn't spent in the office. You need to have that too. So Black women, I think, need to stop not feeling sorry for themselves. Stop letting the world make them think that this isn't a respected field, because it is. And if you treat it and you treat yourself like this is something worth being respected about, that's what you'll get back. Because the other nationalities, white women, Asian, when they do it with the I need this, I want that. They do it like they're the CEOs of top, financial companies. And it's no reason that Black women or men can't treat that the same way. Look the part, be the part, demand respect, show them your order, make them respect your order, and you will get it. And that's how, like I think I told you earlier, Dan, we don't think like that of ourselves. So we don't, like my parents said to me, like, that's nothing for a Black person to be when I wanted to be that. When I said I wanted to be, it was like, oh, like, you can stump a little girl's dream or a little boy's dream by saying, like, because you're worried about what society, don't dummy it down and go, I'm a just event planner or just or though or all those words. Take those words away. Yes, and I'm the best. I'm an event planner. I'm a wedding planner. I'm the best. Yeah. And this is my label. This is my logo. This is my card. This is my package. This is my, things like that. And I don't care if it's, 20 other people, trying to do this at the same time. It's enough to go around. Let it make you work harder. It's a product. Make it professional for you, and it'll make you proud.
Thank you for that. I think you touched on something that is important when we hear those things growing up of like, oh, that's not for you because you're a Black girl, or that's not for you because you're a brown girl. Like they make it your skin color is the reason why a certain job is not for you. But don't let that limit yourself, as Miss Debbie said. Basically, if it's something that you love and you're very passionate about, go out there, get that job, start your music, start your art, do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, no one else is going to do that job for you but yourself. So to wrap everything up in a pretty little bow, how would you describe your career experience in 3 words?
Live, give, and receive. Yeah, give, live, and you receive.
Well, on those 3 beautiful notes, thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for sitting with me and talking to me about how to be a wedding and event planner. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get updated videos about more career and more career experiences from beautiful Black and brown women.